If you haven't watched Queer Eye, go log into your Netflix account and watch Queer Eye. If you don't have a Netflix account, grab your credit card and get a Netflix account and watch Queer Eye. I love this show. And I had a video planned for today, and I'm doing this instead because guess what? I have to share the love. I have to get it out of my body to you.
All right, let's introduce you to the team, but they need no introduction.
Of course not.
Tan France is the style guru, culture expert, Karamo Brown. Antoni Porowski is the culinary master.
Plus, we've got Jonathan Van Ness, the genius groomer, and Bobby Burke, the expert in all things design.
The first time I ever heard of Queer Eye was because of a video, like making BuzzFeed quizzes about each other, I think. And this is before I knew what the show was, knew anything about it. And suddenly there were just these 5 guys. And I remember thinking, like, they're all so different. Like, what thing put them together? And then I found out about Queer Eye and I decided to watch it and my life changed. We have to talk about Jonathan. Jonathan Van Ness is the most important person alive today.
I feel very Simba. Just getting my mane braided so I can go like take on Scar. He's not gonna control Pride Rock. Not if I have anything to do with it.
This head of hair, everything. These eyes, gorgeous, honey, and that smile showdown. Look at this smile! Like, just in general, your personal style is amazing. Here's a magazine.
I think the first thing you should know about Jonathan, if you don't know about Jonathan, is his cat.
My cats, my 2 little boys, I have a 13-year-old named Bug, and I have a 5-year-old named Harry Larry, and they're both pound kitties, and they love each other so much, and all they do is cuddle, and all they do is follow me around my apartment, and like tell me when they want fresh water, and I love them so much, and they're such cuddle babies.
He likes to do these Instagram stories narrating his cat's thoughts and their art, as is he and his brilliant, powerful mind. And I just need you to see.
I have once again been falsely accused of being naughty. And it's not true. No one has ever been less naughty in all of the universe than me.
I met Jonathan the first day of casting. He had so much energy, and he was just literally, I think, twirling around the room, and I was like, oh my, this one, there's no way that can be real. But by day 2, the energy never wavered. And I realized this is him.
Becky, you enjoying yourself with my finger? Yeah, just literally my finger in your mouth.
Get his nail art, get his nail art. Is that his tongue or his
Yep,
is it so hard?
We're trying to stop him, he's still going for it. I wish you could actually
Johnny,
see.
can you breathe? Can you breathe, Johnny? Oh, you're still breathing?
Yep, that's my finger in his mouth. Johnny, let go. Johnny, let go.
Johnny.
Let go. Tam France's Instagram to see what he was up to just 2 minutes ago. I was sucky.
I was sucking Tanny's fingers for a few minutes.
Yep, that's why it is still a little bit moist.
And
the rest of my hand is...
And prunish.
Most likely to have the worst Uber rating.
Jonathan.
All right, what's the next one?
When Jonathan's ready to post a picture, he will ask me to take his phone and choose my favorite ones. I think he's obsessed with what I think of him, and he's right to be. I chose his photo and I think he looks hot.
I was not your normal handsome fan, honey, because you know who I had it out for more than anyone? I did not have time for Tay, and that Zach was too young for me, but that Isaac, honey,
Which one
that
was
older,
he?
goofy looking one, honey, I loved his like skinny ponytail side part having ass in the 90s, honey. I was like, you better bop right over here and hold me in this Midwestern town. I'm so alone.
His smile just makes my heart smile. Does that make sense? Everything he says seems like it's coming from a place of wanting to lift you up. And I just, I love him.
So the thing I love about you the most is that you're brave. You've been through a lot, and you put that behind you. You use it to not only make yourself successful, but to help others. You're so, so brave.
What is that term for when you like spiritually rise? Ascend. I feel like hugging Jonathan would be like ascending to another level. Where did Jonathan Van Ness come from, and why wasn't he a part of my life until like a month ago? Can you imagine how much better my life would be if I could just sit down with Jonathan every couple weeks and have a cup of coffee? Soul healing. He's a soul healing human being. Let's talk about Bobby. Bobby is always serving. He's always serving looks, serving outfits.
Bobby's starting to post more fashion than he's doing interiors. Bobby, back off. This is my game.
We spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, and I'm always with his partner. He's always with my partner.
He thinks he's gonna win.
My little Bobby, I do love my little Bobby, and he looks just as cute there as he does now. I expected him to be a gorgeous little baby. He had more hair than he does now.
Aww.
Oh my gosh!
The
look
funny
at
thing
cute
is,
little Bobby.
he grew up to almost actually kill me. Yeah.
Bobby is such a good person. He knows every dirty little baby secret I have. He's like one of the best, most genuine people.
My favorite thing about Bobby is when he's really proud of something and you can see it on his face. Like, for example, when he makes someone's home look beautiful and they walk in and they start crying because it's so beautiful. And then they cut to Bobby on the couch watching and he's like, his proud face is so cute. He's such a little cutie.
The first thing is,
Don't cry, you'll make me.
no, this one just really does, because this is like my favorite thing about you. I love how concerned you are about being green and leaving like the world a better place than you found it, and like whether it's like a person's house or like literally the environment, you're very passionate about that, and it's very like organic to you.
Yeah.
Bobby is just killing it. Stylish, bright, sharp, put together, perfectly fit, killing it. Bobby he kills it. Antoni, I would describe as just so huggable. When he smiles, it takes over his whole face.
Antoni is giving me such aggressions. I just want to squeeze his baby cheeks and cook some salmon with him. I kind of wouldn't mind if Antoni cracked my head open like a fresh market hen's egg. Never have I ever been sexually reawakened by a man wearing dungarees.
I
dungarees?
I totally have. By Antoni Porowski.
What are
in
dungarees?
Gay Times. His Gay Times cover.
Oh.
Overalls.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Rude.
Oh, sorry.
Urgent.
How do I make myself fall out of love with Antoni Porowski?
Smell his breath.
No! That's not true! That's not true! That's not true! Come here, just a little boy! Just a little boy!
But I used to move the furniture around in our house all the time. It would drive my parents nuts. But I think the moment that I really had an epiphany that, oh, this is something I'm...
It like completely lends itself to like your nice personality, how like it listens, it's more like cooperative, it's more thoughtful. I'm obviously like...
You can make anyone feel like the most important person in the world.
Oh, Bloopers, he gets a little cry. Yeah, it's okay, I love you.
My baby Antoni. I love my Antoni so much. He can do no wrong in my eyes. Let me tell you, I've actually got behind the scenes of this picture. His partner, Joey, did not want him to post this and he didn't love this shot. However, I love that Antoni's super kooky and that he wanted to hold, I think it's kale, maybe it's not, I don't know that much about food, but he wanted to cradle it like it was his baby, and I really appreciate that. I love Antoni.
Also, Antoni is out here being a representative icon.
I always like to focus on like the person that I'm with and not necessarily their gender. Well, today I'm in a gay relationship, so I guess that makes me gay, and we've been together 7 years. And yeah, he's like the love of my life.
Next up, Karamo. If we're gonna talk about Karamo, we have to talk about his blinding smile. It's just like pure joy.
Look at that buttery, soft skin.
Karamo as a child looks exactly like Karamo as an adult. Black, don't crack. There's nothing I can say else other than that. I mean, he's almost 40 and he still looks like the 5-year-old boy that he was. His skin's perfect. I hate him.
Karamo is someone who has no chill. There is shade radiating from his face at all times, but in a good way, you know, like in the way where they deserve it. He's such a manly, masculine presence, but he's got this like girly side too, but it all fits.
I feel your voice driving me insane.
Don't even know who this is.
Sometimes I'm like, there's only so many types of people. Like, there's only so many personalities that we can reach into. And then there's Karamo, and I'm like, he's so him. Have I ever talked about my my old roommate and how he would listen to these inspirational speeches, like, on his phone 24/7 to like motivate him. Karamo's great at that shit.
Celebrate what's happening in your life, the small moments. Too often I find people are waiting in the morning times for their day to end. They're waiting for the beginning of the week for it to be Friday. They're waiting all year for it to be summer. That is wrong. Enjoy each moment when it's happening. Life is very precious. The moments that are happening to you are very special. Enjoy them, love them, and celebrate them. They could be big, they could be small, but take a moment and celebrate each moment of your life.
He speaks so confidently and like in such a way where it's like, how did you put that together? Like, can you listen to me talking? I certainly don't have that ability. And I just love waking up to whatever message he has to say. Thanks, Karamo. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, Tan France. The most beautiful human being on planet Earth. He is impossible. He is impossibly beautiful.
I would stand in front of a bus for Tan France. How does your hair always look so amazing? You're so pretty. I just wanna cry. I just wanna cry. Why are you so pretty? Hold on. Okay.
I feel like with your to-be seersucker, I feel like I can't really concentrate because
Because this is creeping higher and higher.
we're like coworkers, and I feel like you just are so pretty. Wait, I bet people are gonna start like asking to get their noses done to look more like your nose.
Don't.
Is it gonna be like Jennifer Aniston with
I want my nose like more like yours right here. Can we talk about the part of Tan's nose that I'm obsessed with? This part, like how it connects into your face, like I'm obsessed with that.
Don't worry, I have so much to say about how sweet and amazing and lovely he is. But I can't get past. We gotta talk about just the beauty that is Tan France.
There's a real love affair that I have with this face. I actually have a photo of him put in my house because he's just that beautiful. Look at
he
this
calls
face.
it art.
It's art.
I'm a Tan France stan and a human being second. Oh, so you're that arrogant. Oh, you're that arrogant. People
all right to me.
Oh, okay.
Wear an actual trash bag and look 1,000 times better than anyone in the world.
Yeah, they're right.
The first thing I noticed about Tan was his confidence. And this is a type of person that knows who he is.
As a man of color to another man of color, I know what you've been through to let people into your life when it comes to you being openly gay. You are the model of what it means to say, you know what? I'm not gonna let my circumstances define me. You're Superman in our crew.
Thank you, man.
You are.
Thank
You're Superman. He'd be a good parent because he's loving, but he like, nope, that's it. Not going to happen this way. This is how it goes.
When I watched the show, I feel like he's in control. Like, I get the feeling that he's the leader of the pack. I always got that feeling.
Inside.
Yeah. And a biscuit.
Come on.
I miss you. I don't know this song. I don't know who she is. Jewel. I don't think that was a thing.
Will save your soul.
These foolish games are tearing me, and your thoughtless words. And the reason I am so scared of dogs is because when I was a kid, I was attacked by a German Shepherd on 2 separate occasions. So that's why they scare the fucking shit out of me.
I think it's so important to realize that you are not your insecurities, your fears. You are how you feel inside and how you present yourself. And Tan France can just give me who he is in a second. And I want to have that. I realize I'm 20 and I have a while to go as far as developing confidence and developing who I am. But honestly, if I can't achieve what Tan France has achieved, I'm not gonna be satisfied. I think that someone who just radiates beauty and love and warmth and confidence, like, that is the goal. I feel like I've personally been blessed by Tan France existing, and it's so clear that he is so profoundly good at what he does. I mean, he proves it on an episodic basis, where you take an outfit that's okay and you make it amazing.
Something has happened to Jeff Goldblum. You know I love a printed short sleeve shirt.
Yeah,
it's like my favorite
he looks
thing.
kind of like, he dresses like you.
Queer Eye.
Yes.
Do you know what's missing? You haven't watched enough of season 2 to know this, but he's missing a French talk. But other than that,
let me say this. I find myself looking up to men for how I should behave and how I should hold myself and the attitude I should have. for whatever reason. And so when you see a man able to stand there and be who he is, I can't describe, like, how much admiration I have for that. This show is important to me. I just watched the episode with a trans guy. Seeing Tan give someone tips on how to look more masculine when you have a feminine body, that is everything. I had to pause it and be like, Bella, this is your moment. Pay attention. Get your notebook out. I just feel personally supported by the show. I think you should watch the show. How they interact is like the biggest reason of why this is so fun to watch. The reason I got into it is from a BuzzFeed video of them literally just talking to each other. They are the show. I just praise whoever brought them together. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your show is a triumph. And that goes to anyone who worked on the show. And to the Fab Five, I have so much love for you guys. And I don't know how to express it. And I wish I could meet each and every single one of you and give you a hug. And I just wish you were part of my life, as everyone in America does right now. Hey, if you're watching this and you like the video, please subscribe, and then you will see me every week. You'll have a little bit of me every week in your life. I think everyone needs a little bit of me in their life. Keep your eye out for the next video, which will be next week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!